Well, it's an international boat show, and I suppose really the main objective is to give the marine industry here in Thailand an opportunity to show what they've got, what they can provide, and it's also a great advertisement for Phuket and the surrounding islands.
Yeah, I think we saw a marked change from the years before. More numbers through, especially on the first day. Plenty of people on our boats, and what we felt was customers that were really there to buy and look at boats. Maybe they're not buying right away, but sometime in the future. So the feeling for us was a really good boat show. We're really happy with the way it worked out.
Well, the majority of the boats in the show are power boats, although we did have quite a few sailboats. And I think it's the mid to upper range boats that we mostly get. So starting at around 30 feet, 40 feet, right up to the biggest boat we had this year was 125 feet.
I think the relationship for the last 11 years we've been dating, and I think this year we got together properly. I think there was a ring exchange, and I think that's the way to describe it. I think that from the previous years, before the new management of RPM came into place, I think we'd always appreciated what Pimex guys did, but I think this year we actually helped them more, and we were there for them more. I think we were the wife now that has come in and to really help cook for them when they come home for dinner. Is that a good analogy for you or not?
A lot of people come from around the region. We do get increasing numbers of Thais coming down from Bangkok now, and of course expats who either live here now or have a permanent holiday home on the island, and they're the ones of course who are interested in buying boats, because one of the reasons they come to live in Phuket is to get out on the water. It's lifestyle as well. Any marine show is lifestyle as well, and this year we had 4 luxury car brands, Rolls-Royce being one of them, and of course it's the same demographic that look at very nice cars and very nice boats. But we also had property, condominium projects, villa projects, and some fine wining and dining as well, so a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean it's a time for us to showcase our brand in Phuket and in Thailand. Pimex for us is the most important boat show that we will be involved in. Of course the factory have shows in London and Southampton that we will go to, but for our region, Pimex for us and Thailand as a Thailand dealer is our most important show.
We had a huge turnout on day one and a respectable turnout on the remaining 3 days. We've in fact registered more visitors this year than we have in any previous year, so from that point of view very successful.
This year I thought was fantastic. I think that, listen, personally I think there was 3 main reasons why this was the best show in the past 12 years. I think first of all the Pimex guys did extremely well. I think that Andy and his team stepped up massively this year. For whatever reason, I don't know, I think maybe they felt the love more, or they felt a bit of pressure more, or they just wanted to achieve something bigger and better this year, and I think they really did that. I was really impressed with what Andy and his team did. And I think the second reason was that RPM was there to support them a lot better than it has done in the past. Now that's no disrespect to any of the previous RPM staff, but I think this year maybe my relationship with Andy, from knowing him for the last 8 years, has helped. My love of boating helped, and I think that RPM as a whole company, really tried to help and be part of it. And with the marriage analogy, I really think we did get into bed with them this year and really go for it. And I think the third reason was the Phuket News really supported the whole show from the very start up until now, and I think that really helped us out. The work that the Phuket News did from a TV point of view, from a radio point of view, and from a newspaper point of view, I thought was fantastic. So I think those 3 things really contributed to the reason why it was the best and the biggest show.
Oh, I think everyone really enjoyed the feeling, and the feeling that it wasn't just people there to look at boats, you know, tourists there looking at boats. It was people there looking for boats with the idea to purchase. So whether it was brokerage, brand new boats, everyone seemed pretty happy, and I would say that probably most of the brands would be patting themselves on the back, I think, after that. And yeah, Pimex done a pretty good job for all of us this year.
This is the first year we've had Class Act Media as a media partner, and I can only say that it went very smoothly, excellent. I drive around listening to the radio all the time, and I heard Pimex mentioned quite a lot. I think having the radio live on site for those first 2 days was a great idea, and I'd like to think about maybe doing that next year for the whole show.
I think I can only see it growing. Now people can say, oh, it can't grow, you're restricted to how much space you have. No, we're not. We've got a huge amount of space, and that's out in Phang Nga Bay, and I think that we're really looking at bringing in super yachts. How we do it from an operational point of view, I think is going to be tricky. We've already discussed it. I think we have a slight plan of what we're going to do. Slight plan is probably the right term. But I think it'll work. I really do think it'll work. And we're going to add more activity to the boardwalk here at Royal Phuket Marina. We're going to push that a little bit harder. You can see from this year the atmosphere was much better than it had been. Loads of little things happening on the boardwalk.
Yeah, I think Class Act Media done a really good job with the radio broadcast, and in general all the people involved in Class Act Media, people coming to see us and asking us about how things are running and how we felt about the show. Yeah, there's a marked difference in the coverage. I'm sure that because of Class Act Media's coverage of the show may have been helped with the amount of numbers that we had through our boats and all the rest of the brands. So good job.
Spend your Sunday at the sexiest place on earth. Join Nikki Beach Phuket every Sunday for our world-famous Sunday brunch party. Kick back in style, poolside with international DJs, a global culinary buffet, and sensational cool beverages. Visit nikkibeach.com for more details. Tell only your best friends.